Hi. I never know how to start these. Today is Friday. Just ran up the stairs. This is Friday night with George. That means I don't feel like doing any work and I don't have a topic to talk about, but I would like to hang out with you guys here on the stream. That's what I'm doing. Nothing important happening. If you're stopping your marathon Japanese studying session, I would say go back to that. This is going to be, although I will say, you never know what's going to happen in a live stream. That's why I do it here on Polyglot George channel most of the time. So here we are. Yeah, no, hey, Levin, go to bed. That's fine. I know you're going to bed. I know we can't hang out. That's fine. You got to go. When you got to go to bed, you got to go to bed, man. So, well, as you guys start popping in, we'll start talking. I'll think of something to talk about. I'm working on book 4 right now. I know you're thinking, why isn't he working on book 5? By the way, when I say book 5 and 4, I mean Japanese from Zero. Japanese from Zero, book 5. I just finished lesson 5, my complete version. That means me going through what Kaneko is my co-author. She's been making changes on it. She's making changes on the original version that I made changes on. And then I'm making changes and confirming her changes. And then we meet together a couple times a week or 3 times a week. And we go through those changes. And then we finalize the lesson. And then we move on. And then every Sunday, in case you don't know, on Japanese from Zero channel, we teach those lessons live to about 5 or 6 students that were selected in a video thing a long time ago. So you can't get into that, but you could watch it for free. But also, because I'm trying to do Japanese from Zero video series sooner than later, I'm revising book 4 one lesson at a time on my own, but it's taking a lot of time, obviously, because it's the older format. But once I get one lesson done, I will make a video for it. How's that? 6:40 a.m. Yeah, go to bed. Go to bed, pack of discos. That's totally the right way to... That's the right thing to do, man. That's what I should be doing. I should be just chilling, relaxing. I should go for a walk. I should go to the gym. My gym today consisted of, I think, a total of... 13 full body pull-ups. So that's something I just did like the last 6. I haven't done even 3 sets of pull-ups today. Greetings from Mexico. Nice to meet you. Peregude Nia Costa Jose Pablo. Man, you need a new name. That name is too long. Can you shorten it for Japanese people? They're not going to be able to read that. Can you just go with Pablo? Just go with Pablo. That's my recommendation. You want to make your life easier? You're Pablo from now on. How's that? I don't have anything to talk about. Oh, there's this. You see this right here? I finally got my... now, don't tell anybody because I'm doing this on a... I have an opening of this. I do like a reveal of it on the Japanese Topics Mania show, which will release in a while. It's going to release maybe after like 4 or 5 Japanese Topics Mania's release. But yeah, we have a reveal of that. The official unveiling of it. But yeah, that's my 100,000 YouTube Play Award. You're looking at the channel going, there's only 4,500 people here. No. There's not 4,500. There's like 4,000 something. No, it's Japanese from Zero, not here. What would Ash be in katana? Katana is a sword, but you typed it. You fixed it. You fixed it. You said katakana. It would be ashu. 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 Come on. Ashu. There. That's a pretty basic question. I'm glad I could help. I'm restless. A little bit restless. I have nothing to talk about. Nothing exciting is happening right now. I have a new Korean friend. She's awesome. I'm pretty sure I love her. I've talked to her now, I think, 3 times for like an hour and a half. But what's great about it for me as Polyglot George is it's all in Korean. Although the second time we talked, she spoke some English and I was impressed. I was like, wow, you actually speak English, because we'd only been speaking Korean. But man, it's so fun for me to speak Korean. Way more fun than Japanese. Japanese is so normal. But Korean is like brains firing all cylinders to try to make sure I can keep going and understand. So I really have that much. I kind of have a lot of fun doing that. LearnFC.com server IP address could not be found. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You know what? That's going to be a problem, isn't it? Because we're moving servers right now. Yeah, we'll have to fix that. Sorry. We're moving servers right now, and LearnFZ has some special LearnFZ is actually on a redirect site. So I need to send we need to get learnfc.com working ASAP. It's my link shortener through Rebrandly, and it's down now. Thanks. All right. Yeah, that's a problem. If you want the Kindle, I think you probably clicked the link down below for the Kindle versions. All the Kindle versions have been updated. If you haven't been watching Japanese from Zero, you would know that. Go to Amazon.com and just type Japanese from Zero Kindle, and they'll show up. And they're all only $9.99 now. Not because I'm running a sale, but because I found a way to make the file size smaller, which means I can get the exact same profit on half the price. So it's kind of nice. Yes, Sassy Secker. That is indeed my 100,000 YouTube plaque for Japanese from Zero. Although I'm already at 107,000. Pretty excited about that. You can only change your name every half a year? Pablo, I didn't know that. I'm just going to call you Pablo. Don't worry about it. It's too much katakana to read at this time of night. Yeah, Luke, all of the links are down right now. Sorry. Yeah, that's a problem. We moved to a new server. I'm going to have to say this like 9 times tonight. 900 times probably. Oh, I don't feel coherent at all. Bonsoir de Montreal, Canada. Yeah, I just said that like 2 seconds ago, but haha, Billy says, I know I've stayed up too late when I catch one of George's live streams. Yeah, because I wasn't going to live stream because I have nothing to talk about. Literally nothing. It's just nothing. And I guess I was just bored. I did watch Tonari no Totoro in Korean. Let me show you. So I have Tonari no Totoro in Korean. And it was really good. I mean, it was just as good as watching it in Japanese. And I cried just as much. And I didn't cry because it's sad. I cried because the story is so pure. It's just such a nice story. I love Tonari no Totoro. I did end up having to buy a region-free Blu-ray DVD player, though. Because my current one couldn't handle a Korean region. It's pretty cheap, though, on Amazon for like 130 bucks. I think I was able to get one. It's pretty nice. Yeah, links are broken right now. That's a good point. I'll add that. Here we go. Let's do that right now. Links are broken since we are moving servers. Just search for Japanese from Zero Kindle. There. Saved it. George, would those self-driving cars... Oh, my God, this question. Would those self-driving cars be imasu or arimasu? You wrote arimau, but it's arimasu, right? Definitely arimasu, I would say, because there's no one driving it, right? Even though it's moving, I don't think you'd say imasu. That's a good question, though. Time Winga Gaming says it's not alive, so take your pick. I don't think that's the right answer. Not because it's not alive, because typically imasu is a living thing. It's a living thing. The reason why you say living and animate is because plants are living, but they're not animate. So you call them arimasu, not imasu. Does that make sense? That's why you make that distinction, because you want them to be moving, but just moving alone doesn't make them imasu. Does that make sense? They have to be living too. Now, we talked about it. Sometimes you might hear someone say "basta ga imasu" or "kuruma ga imasu," maybe because there's a person inside. But typically it's arimasu, right? Just keep that in mind. Just because it's moving doesn't make it imasu. Let's be real, Georgie boy. Who's your favorite Showa era idol? Omar, Asaka Yui, hands down. Asaka Yui is why I learned Japanese. She was my dream girl. I would still love to meet her. Jack, what's up, Jack? Nice to see you again, Jack. Ark Yance says, hey, George, I'm pretty drunk right now, so I'll keep it short. I appreciate what you do and wanted to thank you for it. You've helped me a lot more than I could say. If you're drunk, might I recommend a super chat for about $3,000? You won't remember it in the morning. No harm to me or you. Wouldn't that be nice? Come on, man. A drunk super chat. Highly recommended. Jack, I can feel the love. Can feel the sarcastic tone. Here, I'll tell you what someone wrote to me, Jack, about you while we're on the topic of it, all right? I won't tell you who wrote it. Let me just scroll up. Let's see here. I have to go up. Something else, I've held my opinion to myself for a pretty long time. But the last live stream is kind of the straw that broke the camel's back for me. In my opinion, Jack is really ruining your streams. With all of his extremely irritating remarks, he is drawing so much attention to himself. In his world, it probably all makes sense. But most of what he says is just maximum cringe levels in my opinion. And as someone who's been a moderator and chat admin myself since I was like 12, I have a really high threshold for stuff like this. But no one in my chat rooms up until now ever comes to close to this level of cringe. How's that? How's that? How's that, Jack? Arcance. It worked. I got you to give me $3 in super chat. Thank you. 1,000 of those. Thank you. I appreciate it. I imagine 1,000 of those for sure. Now, just to be fair, I mean, Google does get 30%. So really that's like $2. Just letting you know. You have to give me like another $1.20 to really make it $3. I'm joking. I'm not. Unless you're going to give me 3,000, I'm definitely not going to worry about it. Jack sent that himself. Duplicitous and vague, says Jack. Can he cite specific examples? Anyway, enough about people talking bad about Jack. I think you overstated it a little bit because I was talking about you in a joking way, and then I just got pissed midway through. So it was actually me who was drawing attention. I can just ignore you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing tonight? Just hanging out? Check this out, guys. Look at that. See that? A little graphic right there? I'd have to move over here to make it really work. Check that out. Now on Kindle. All of the current versions of the book are on Kindle, but all the links below are broken. So you have to search Japanese from Zero on Kindle. That on Amazon. Japanese from Zero Kindle. Or I'll take the graphic down. It's too much. I thought I was taking it down. There we go. Yeah, that kind of blows my mind, right? That blows my mind that YouTube takes 30%. Doesn't that blow your mind? Of a super chat, which you would think is going directly to the guy that you're giving the money to, but it doesn't. Don't know why. All right, so what was I talking about? Watched Tonari no Totoro in Korean. It was fantastic. I have a Korean drama called Tunnel that I like to watch in Korean. I have Up in Korean, Gravity, 10 Cloverfield Lane. some other thing over here. Been watching all of those in Korean. I really need to push my Korean just a little bit more. I'm pretty happy with my Korean, but my Chinese is at a standstill. Jack, it's over. We're not. I don't know. He's not here anymore to tell me what he thought was cringeworthy. All right. Don't do it again, Jack. Omar says, should one switch to a Japanese keyboard like directly entering kana, or use Latin characters to make kana, to make kanji? I don't know any Japanese person that types using directly in kana. I thought about it at one point, but no, I just type in kana. I would say 98% of Japanese people type in kana, unless maybe you're like a secretary and you got it's faster to type directly in kana, but I don't think most people do. My French, no, I've stopped all language lessons for the last couple months. If you see anything new going up in this channel in language, it's because it's old unreleased videos. I haven't been doing any. I still have like $330 in my italki account. I haven't touched anything. I've just been so busy relatively to myself trying to get book 5 out. The thing is, it's not like I'm like super busy, but if every day is filled with a class, you're taxed. And I was doing that for a while where every day I had something. I am going to have to do 2 French classes, I think, before December 21st or something like that, because the classes expire. I've paid in advance for classes. Kelvin says, hi, as for what I'm doing, tomorrow I'm driving across Texas back home for Thanksgiving week. But my power steering went out this week. I hope I don't die. Wow. Well, if you did die, Kelvin, sorry, your last words will be in this video until I remove it. Until I just, it'll be here. Everyone will know that's what you were doing. Have I seen Train to Busan without subtitles? No, but I do have Train to Busan, and I have watched it. It's a pretty good movie. We watched it with subtitles because I was with friends that, and because I wanted to understand everything, but I was also with friends that don't speak as much Korean as me. Omar, you got into a debate with a friend over what I liked in the 1980s? What's my go-to karaoke song? It's Korean, not Japanese. For Japanese, though, I would probably do... there's 2 Southern All-Star songs that I always go to. Manatsu no Kajitsu. It's like... Shiroku jichu mo suki to ite. That song. And another Southern All-Star song, which is called Erotica 7. Erotica 7. That song's awesome. Any monkey magic on your karaoke machine? Don't know. Don't know. I saw the most recent monkey magic video where everything you eat is like 0 calories. That was the name of that song. I watched that. I watched it a few times. I didn't realize how old those guys were and how unattractive. I never knew they were just like normal guys. Omar says, about the keyboard thing, what would your go-to be? Wait. About the keyboard thing, what would your go-to be in a dive bar? What would your go-to be in at a dive bar? Can you restate that, Omar? I have no idea what you mean. My go-to be what in a dive bar? You mean to sing karaoke? First of all, I don't sing in a bar ever. I did once in Korea. That was actually really fun. I sing in a private karaoke room. D4 Mad, do you think it's mandatory to memorize all the vocab words in your books? Nope. Matter of fact, it's tedious. Just learn what you need. When you don't know the word, it's often translated in the sentence below. It says it down below. The debate with my friend was about the keyboard thing. Yeah. I have never typed in Japanese purely. I always do the Romaji input. That is very typical. I don't even know how to add any other type of input on Windows, and I don't think Japanese people. It's always by default Romaji input. My wife uses the 10 key input on her phone, where you have like ka, sa, ta, and you click that, and then you go up and over and, you know, down, depending on which way. It's like something like e, u, e, o, like that, in like a flower pattern, and you choose it that way. She's really fast at it. I can't do it. It's too slow for me. I got fast for a bit. I got faster, but it's just too much trouble. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying, existential. They tend to use the, I don't. I use the Romaji input, but I think I've seen quite a few Japanese people. I'll have to look next time I go to Japan. Matter of fact, that might be a good thing to ask them in like a live street interview. What's your keyboard input method? Maybe if Jesse is watching this, he could go get some interview footage and we could find out. We could find out clear answers on what people are using. 00 says, I always get to verb conjugation and then fall off. I think I need a tutor to help me engage, but they're so expensive. How expensive are they? When's the last time you looked on Hello Talk or something like that? Let's see here. Let's see. My stuff doesn't want to change. This one? All right. Let me get out of book 4 work here. Let me go back to my main screen. Oh, all my keyboard shortcuts aren't working. Oh, I know why. Because I uninstalled the Steel Series shortcut thing. Give me a second. Close out book 5. Close this out. All right. Wait, why did that move over here? I feel like I just overwrote. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to close these files down, but... All right. So here we go. So this is actually my Korean teacher. If you're looking to learn Korean, she's $12 an hour. How can you beat that? You can't beat that. I can recommend a teacher that I used for Japanese that I think is really good. She's a community tutor. Her name, oh, not that one. I want to go to my own teachers. Kurumi. She's done 397 lessons. She's got 5-star rating. You can see her right here. She's $10 an hour. It's $10. That's not expensive at all. See if you can hear this.
こんにちは。私の名前は内山くるみです。東京出身です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。現在は大学3年生でロンドンの大学に留学しています。英語を学ぶものとして新しい言語を学ぶ難しさ、そして楽しさよくわかります。そして日本では
Anyway, you can see that she is like I think I said this before, but I love the name of her video. It's Win 2017 1020 1942 38 Pro. I think it's a great name for the video on YouTube. But yeah, she's one, and oh, she's not looking for new students. Well, that's not good. Okay, well, let's just take a second. You find the teacher, you click on the find the teacher here, and then you go to, I've done this before, by the way. You type in Japanese, and I've used the service, and if I see right here, you can see right here, I actually have, hang on, let me put this over here. Where'd that go? Hang on, I lost where that went. I lost my screen. Okay, there we go. Let me put this in a way that you guys can see it better. All right. So if you can see, I actually have $332 credit on this because I do use it. I put money in way ahead so I can use it. So you look for Japanese. Okay, for example, we have this Yuki person. Okay, 30 bucks, she's pretty expensive, but you've got Yuko right here for $8. You got Hiroko for 15. You got Merorin for 18. This guy has 5,302 lessons with 5 stars. Japanese specialist Suji. You can't beat that. 14, 15. Just so many teachers. And if you don't like one, you can always change to another one. And a lot of these have a 30-minute trial, so you can see if you like the teacher. So you're not stuck without a tutor. If you need a tutor, go get one. I've done it for Chinese. I've done it for Japanese. I've done it for Korean. I've done it for French. And it's amazing. It's actually really, really nice. Highly recommend it. Where's the previous interview footage? It's on a hard drive. Unfortunately, because some people were upset with the way I treated them in that. The name of the video was George looks for a Japanese teacher on italki and is generally an asshole the entire time. That was the name of it. And it was well deserved. I was definitely making fun of people. And one of the people that was on that video actually was not happy with it and requested that I remove it immediately and said he was very hurt, and I felt bad about it. And then obviously one of the girls on there who was the main focus of the video, she didn't see it, but if she did see that video, that would really have bothered her. So I purposely took it down. What's my opinion of RTK after watching Matt's video about it? Matt's video was amazing on RTK. I still don't like RTK. I still think RTK is a bad book. That's just me, right? A book that... Matt's video was very convincing, right? But Matt didn't learn with RTK. He learned with other series and then learned with RTK. Matt is not a pure student of that. He can tell me if I'm wrong. But my understanding is that Matt did all these other things first and then got better with RTK. So he came in with knowledge. If I did RTK, I'm sure I would benefit from it tremendously because I already know a lot of kanji, right? It would be a really good like crash course through it. But RTK doesn't teach you how to read the kanji. It doesn't teach you how to read. I think that's dumb. I just honestly think that's dumb. I get it. It's interesting. It sells well. So if you want to try it, just try it. No, it's not my cup of tea. It's not the kind of book I would ever write. Jacob Spivak says, George, at what point will you be satisfied with my Korean level? Never. I'll never be satisfied. I'm not sure when I said lessen my focus on the Japanese language. I've never, I have flashcards, and I've been meaning to go through flashcards to learn more verbs in Korean. When I speak Korean with my friends, I learn more Korean. I learn what I'm doing wrong. I hear what they say. My listening gets better. But I don't think I'll ever be satisfied. Like, I'm not satisfied with my Japanese even. I'll never, and that's, I have to look at the calendar. I mean, I went to Japan in 1985, 85, 95, 2005, 2015, 33 years ago, I went to Japan. I'm still not satisfied. I've done simultaneous interpreting for tons of companies. I've done translation work for these 100-page large documents. I've been official interpreters here and official interpreter there. I don't even want to do interpreting work anymore. I get calls quite often for interpreting work. I got one the other day for a guy that worked with me before, which is always nice. If someone works with you before and they want you to work with them, that's the only evaluation I need, right? Because if you're, anyone can get that first job. Getting the second and the third job with the same people mean you did well. And that's always the best validation of my skill. But still, I always feel like, yeah, I could learn more because I don't know everything. I certainly get lost on a word or two sometime, if more than that. So I'm definitely not the best, right? There's got to be someone better than me, But am I in the top? Definitely in the top. Have I ever heard of anybody doing a full baby immersion where they pretend to be a baby to learn a language faster? I want to throw up right now, Omar. I want to throw up. Please don't do full baby immersion. Are you going to be sucking on some girl's breasts at the same time? Is there going to be milk coming out of those breasts? Do you have 3 years of you can't speak very well? Do you have that kind of time? Is someone willing to be your Japanese mother and father? It's not possible. Also, your brain is not the same as you were when you were a baby. You're not a baby anymore. And I'll point out, the whole immersion's obviously a good technique, right? It's not a bad technique. I immerse myself in language a lot, along with not immersing myself. If you're just immersing yourself, how can you learn from that? How can you learn detailed things from that? Even native speakers learn words spoken to them in words that they understand. They study their language. We have English classes all up through high school. Even in college, you have literature classes. So we study our own language. Japanese people study their language. Full immersion means you're living only in that language, right? But you already have a language in your brain. You're not like soaking up pureness, right? So you'll learn things, obviously in immersion, that you can't learn in other ways. But how can you learn super detailed things without detailed explanations of those things? You have to understand, I'm not typical in the learners, in the learning area, right? Let's take people that online talk about how they learn Japanese. I am not that kind of a guy. I write textbooks. When I write a textbook, I know when I'm writing the textbook, this particular grammar, I know the mistakes I made. I know the mistakes that students have made that I've used the grammar with. So I know there's a delicate explanation that will work, that will get them to a better place than just raw immersion. Raw immersion leads to raw mistakes. I'm a fan of making mistakes, but the type of mistakes that you'll make if you don't ever learn things if you don't ever study Japanese the way Japanese people study Japanese, or study English the way we study English, you're going to make mistakes. I'm okay with that, though. You have to understand, my position is make mistakes forever. That's fine. But save yourself some time and get a good book. Get a lot of good books. Get a lot of source material. Be able to ask people things. Full immersion is not going to work. Immersion works when it's used with other methods. That's my opinion. And I always bring up just other things in life. Is there anything you've ever done fully immersing in that thing? Trying to think of what it is. Like just fully immersing and only doing that thing. Okay. Whew. Whatever happened to Japanese Blue? Well, I don't think the site's up right now, but I did put something up there. But right now, because we're moving servers, JapaneseBlue.com. What the heck? Oh, no, it's not Japanese Blue. It's Blue Japanese. Sorry. There's a whole other website, Japanese Blue. I was blowing my... Yeah. So if you go to bluejapanese.com, it says The Blue Japanese Book, Building a Better Japanese Book Project. It's just our book. That's what happened to it. For those of you who don't know the story, some guy named Japanese Blue, or Blue Japanese, I mean, was being trolly, and I went and bought all the color domains I could get that were reasonably priced, just so that he couldn't have it. I was just being a dick. And no, Stephen, I'm not going to be looking for other Japanese teachers, no. How would I introduce myself to someone on Hello Talk, says Existential Ash. Would it be the same as real life? Just say hi. Say konnichiwa. Say konbanwa. Ohayou gozaimasu. You know, when you're looking at people on Hello Talk, you can see what time it is for them. So look at what time it is for them and then respond according to that time. And then you can say, Watashi wa Ash desu, or Ash to moshimasu, or in English, hi, my name is Ash. I'm learning Japanese. Why don't I? Okay, Omar says, why don't you just do italki lessons for like $3.50 a pop? No. You guys know you guys do know I made I did make an italki intro in case I decided to become a teacher. I did. I wonder if I could find it. Let's see if I can find it. It's pretty fun. Let's see here. Completed videos. Where would this be? Because this is the series that I took down, so let's see here. All right, I found it. I think it's, let's see here. Okay, I'm getting in the right position here. Okay, it's one of these. George looks for a Japanese teacher on italki and is a general asshole the entire time. I might do this teacher. She's got a very rich look. Not that I'm judging women or anything like that. Girlfriend material. I like her vulnerability. But I think for what I want to do, I don't think she would enjoy it. I just don't think she'd have fun doing it. But do I put her above or below Misaki? Why am I so dumb? I can book them all. Ooh, Yoko's, that's my ex-girlfriend name.
私は2年間
So it looks like, to me, she was in 3X Rika. Konnichiwa.
Columbia National University in South America.
Amazing. I'm the best. That's right. No one's... 今日したい方がいらっしゃいはジョージと申します。And the complexity of English. English is a very difficult language, but because I have... You know what? I'm sorry. I just realized my mic wasn't on. I was trying to say, I wish Mike would re-edit this. Mike doesn't want to re-edit this. Let me get my headphones. That'll make it easier for us, won't it? Yeah, Mike doesn't want to re-edit it. To cut out the bad things that we did. The bad thing. Oh yeah. Let me see. Let me try this. Let me try this now. Seven diplomas in teaching linguistics. I can help you. I can help you. Is the voice doubling up when we do that? Are you hearing it? Let me see. Learn English. Oh yeah, hang on. Let me turn this. Konnichiwa, minasan. 저는 I went to Korean. 私はジョージです。よろしくお願いします。あなたは英語を勉強したいならぜひぜひぜひ連絡してください。私はものすごい言語がわかるので、もしあなたがどんな心配があっても、どんな悩みがあっても、私は全部その悩みはもう私は全部解決できます。よろしく。.com That wasn't it. It's in here somewhere. Let's see. Learn English grammar. I help you. Yeah. I'm obviously making fun of everybody. Hang on. Let's get him off my screen. All right. Hello, everyone. I have studied English for 35 years. I can help you speak English. If you need learn English grammar, I help you. English have plural and singular and very hard for us, and we know English hot. Je suis américain. Je suis américain. D'accord. Well, that wasn't it. I don't remember which one it was. George looks for a Japanese teacher on italki and is a general asshole the entire time. I'm so immature. Teenager course? I'm so immature.
My name is đối tác là người Việt.
Let's appreciate how pretty the Philippines. And she doesn't take a. Is she? Rika. Whoa. Okay, this guy is professional. Look at this. This guy's got to be a professional interpreter or something like that. Yeah! Nailed it! I nailed it. I knew that was an interpreter look. Sorry. A little bit too excited. This is like I am an interpreter. This is what 私は日本でいます。在はビビンズでございます。今日の That wasn't it, apparently. George looks for a Japanese teacher on italki and is a general asshole the entire time. Doesn't she look like Japanese ammo? Nah, I don't want to talk. Looks like. No, we're not going to talk about her. Don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Kaimasu. Oh, here we go. This is it. Okay. Here's my official. What does she want? And eat. Failed Chinese lesson. Scheduling was weird on I. Okay, here we go. So in just a minute, we're gonna see my official italki teacher video. Italki for some reason, and I missed that notification. But you go to bed. I'm deaf. Hi guys, my name is George Trombley, and if you'd like to learn English, I'm definitely your guy. Konnichiwa. Anata wa eigo o benkyou shitai nara watashi wa oshirareru koto ga dekirareru. Watashi no eigo o oshieru rekishi wa 136年月日です。私たちは英語を勉強しているときはこの本を使います。この本はとても便利な本だけど英語ではなくこれはフランス。この本終わったら私たちは使う本はこの本です。このの一番いいところはこれです。
Thus, if you know in advance the time and place of engagement, you can march 1,000 li and still join battle. If you do not know the time and place of engagement, then you do not know whether to reinforce your van or your rear, your left or your right flank. Imagine the difficulties if your furthest divisions are separated by tens of li.
だからこの本勉強しますすると私たちは戦争についてよろかじ sorry that was Korean いろいろ勉強できるはずですますする .com And there you go. There we go. All right, let's go back to the questions here. Omar says, I don't want to have this discussion again. Not going to talk about it, Omar. Sebastian Kun. My kanji from Zero arrived yesterday. Good. Time Winga Gaming says, is there a structured way to improve listening skills? How do you know you're progressing? You know you're progressing if you're talking to people in Japanese and you understand them and they understand you. This is what I do in Korean. If I showed you let me just scroll up here. You see right here? That line says we talked for an hour and a half. I know you can't see, it's blurred. An hour and a half. If I go to another day, we talked for an hour. If we go to another day, an hour and 40 minutes. That's all in my language, Korean, that I'm studying, right? So what you need to do is try to make... It's hard to find friends that can do that, but trust me, you'll find them. If you work hard enough, you'll find them. I had a video up here on Hello Talk. That's where I find my friends, Hello Talk. But let's say you're having a hard time finding friends on Hello Talk. Pay for an hour of a Japanese tutor and speak to them in Japanese and just say you want to improve speaking your Japanese. And when they speak Japanese to you, if you don't understand them, your listening needs to improve. But over time, for example, it had been a while since I had a long Korean conversation. So the first time I talked to my new friend, it wasn't as good. The second time I was ramped up, and the third time I was ramped up. And every time I talk to her, I get just a little bit better, just a little bit more experience. And the hard part is understanding them. That's really hard. You do need to immerse in listening to other people, because if there's multiple skills required. You have to connect. First of all, you have to know the grammar and know how it all goes together. You have to then translate into mouth movements that require practice. How do you practice? By speaking it, right? Then you get the added feedback of they didn't understand you. If they didn't understand you, you're saying something wrong. Your accent's wrong. The way you structure the sentence is wrong. And it happens to me. Happened to me in Korean. And then what do I do? In Korean, I then say the sentence again in a new way. And because my Korean's good enough to where I can walk around it. I can say, well, okay, I'm trying to say this thing, and I give more detail, and then I can get a new version of it. Sometimes that new version is something I can absorb. Sometimes it's just something like it's too advanced, and I go, okay, never mind right now. I never write notes. I never like bookmark any of the messages. You can, but it's just not my style. It's too much trouble. I just learn from talking to them. Now, but when I do go to Korea, I do go to classes. So if you can get a class, get a class. But your speaking improves, your listening improves by doing. That is how. You can't read about speaking, and you can't read about listening. Those are the things you have to do. I'm not getting back into the RTK, AJAT, MAT stuff. I have had talk way too much about that, guys. It's so boring to me right now. Okay. Trying to find. Yeah, Zed Horse, I can't return that. Honestly, I'm too mean to a lot of those people. I don't want to do it. Sorry. And Mike, yeah, I agree. If Mike cut all the bad stuff from that series, it would be 2 minutes long. Zet Horse says, I gotta be honest now. You were lying up till now. I knew you were lying up until now, but now you're being honest. Thank you for helping me motivate to speak Japanese. I had an event the previous month, and I spoke to many Japanese people in Japanese, and some of them were blessed. What does that mean? Blessed. But my will to speak Japanese and learn more Japanese is going slightly down. Oh, that's sad. D4C, are you asking? Okay, hang on. Let me. D4C was asking other questions here. Hang on. Wait, hang on. Catboy727. You didn't wear suits when you were interpreting, right? Nope, I never wore suits. I would wear something like this. Or even a t-shirt, depending on the day. When I did Adobe and Intel, like the big companies, yeah, I wore a suit. I wore a suit. I wore a suit for Motorola. Like if I was at a convention where I knew a lot of customers were coming up and it's high profile, yeah. But if I'm in a classroom, which was common for the medical stuff, where I was in a classroom where the technicians that were learning how to repair the machines, the medical machines, we were there for like 6 weeks together. So I was always dressed like fairly normal. Omar says, do you refer to yourself as watashi in Japanese? No, I don't. I tend to say ore or boku. I think I say ore more nowadays. D4CMAD says, your Japanese topics mania are serious mood uplifters. Thank you for making them. I wish I could make money on Japanese topics mania. They are the most expensive things to produce, honestly. They really drain the wallet. I have to pay John, I have to pay a full-time editor, and I have to pay Kaori. And then I also buy food for everybody. And it's kind of expensive, I gotta be honest. Speaking of being honest, Zet Horse is honest right now. My favorite anime that I recently discovered. I haven't discovered any anime recently. The most recent one was Attack on Titan, which I never finished season 1 of. Puya says, when are you going to Korea? Looking like February. I think I'm going to do a crazy thing and just stay in Busan the entire time and wipe out my experience, because I haven't stayed a long time in. I say wipe out, I mean I have all these things that I do in Seoul, and it's already kind of old hat, like I've done it a lot. So I'm thinking if I go to Busan, everything will be new again. And that's where my friend lives, so it'll be cool. Hopefully she'll be willing to hang out with me. So yeah, February. The real debate is I want to go to China too. I want to do China. I want to do Taiwan again. I want to do Korea, and I want to go to Japan. But man, I can't stay out of America for like 2 months. I could, but if I want a wife, I have to stay. I can't be out that long, right? It's about to be done. How do you say that in Japanese, Ray? Give me the context, please, because if you're saying, oh yeah, it's about to be done, that's a whole different thing then. Where's that report? It's about to be done. It's almost finished. So please tell me, what's the context? What are some other good cities other than Busan and Jeju? I've never been to Jeju, and I don't think Busan's a good city yet. I think it was good one time when I went. The other 2 times I didn't like it. I've been to Paju, Pohang, Chucheon, Daejeon, Daegu, Incheon, and Busan. Obviously, my favorite is Seoul. I love Seoul. Recommendation on reading material? I don't have, like, grade school level kanji books. No, I don't have any recommendations. I haven't read enough books to have those recommendations. Master George, what's well? Normal things? Did I get that hat in Ueda? No, I got this in Disneyland. I got this at Epcot Center. They had a Japanese store there, and they had 2 of these hats, and they're phenomenal. They're made by a company called Ripple, and they're fantastic. I can only get 2 of them there, but I definitely want more. But I had a hard time kind of finding them, and they're expensive. Oh, that's your family crest on there. Nice. You wanted to book my Airbnb in Seoul. You couldn't find my Airbnb? Let's see if I can find it for you. I'm about to finish eating. Well, and soon I'll be leaving. Then you can't say I'm about to be done in that context. You can say, tabe owaru tokoro desu. Tabe owaru tokoro. Or, sorosoro owarimasu. You can say that too. Soon I'll be done. Or, sorosoro ikimasu. I'll be leaving soon. Sorosoro ikimasu. That's what I go with. Alright, let me log into Airbnb here. I can't remember how I logged in before. Let's see if logging with Facebook does it. See if I can find my prior trips. Let's see here. Trips, here we go. There it is. I've stayed there 2 times if you count the same trip where I went and came back. Here it is. I found it right away, by the way. Here we go. I'll link it. This is where I stayed. Omar says, what's going to happen when all the rural areas of Japan become ghost towns when the population becomes like 70 million? 70 million is still a lot of people for a place the size of California. Think about that. Alexa, what's the population of California?
As of 2017, the population of California is 39.5 million.
So think about how many people are in California and how crowded California is. Now, Alexa, what percentage of California is mountains?
I know about 318 Californian mountains, including Mount Whitney, Mount Williamson,
All right, Alexa, stop.
White Mount.
I don't know how to form this question. Alexa, how much of California is livable?
Here's something I found on Wikipedia. California is a U.S. state in the Pacific region of the United States. With 39.5 million residents, California is the most populous state in the United States and the 3rd largest by area. Did that answer your question?
That was pretty good. So,
I'm not sure.
California, the most populous state in the country, right? Now imagine a landmass the same amount, which is Japan, with almost double the population. And already keep in mind, it's currently like Alexa, what's the population of Japan?
As of 2017, the population of Japan is 126 million people.
So you have 90 million more people in Japan. So if you got it down to double 80 million, right? And you lose a good 50 million of the population, you still have doubled the size of the most populous state in America. So it's not going to be a big deal. People will always want to live. There'll always be people in those country areas. Certainly, just like America, some towns will die, and some towns will be joined together into other towns. What percentage of land in California is... Okay, that's a good question. Alexa, what percentage of land in California is urban?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Yeah, see, Japan is filled with mountains. It's totally nowhere near as inhabitable as California. So not only are you dealing with, more people, you have less land. Alexa, how much of California land is livable? I think I already asked that.
Here's something I found on Wikipedia.
Alexa, stop. I already know what California is. Yeah, did you hear that? They're now missing 1,000 people? Alexa, what's the current death toll of the California fire?
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Alexa, what's the news on California?
Here's your flash briefing. In NPR News.
Live from NPR News in Washington, I'm Shay Stevens. The death toll from the Camp Fire in Northern California has risen to at least 71. More than 12,000 buildings were destroyed by the flames, mostly homes. Meantime, NPR's Frank Morris reports that stunned survivors are searching for a bit of normalcy.
Here at the post office...
Alexa, stop. Yeah, I heard that 1,000 people are missing now. 12,000 buildings have been destroyed. That's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, it's not going to be a problem. For a long time, there will be a lot of people. And they just passed a new, I don't know if it's a law or they changed some of their immigration laws. They're going to be letting in a lot more immigrants from countries that have Asian faces. Philippines, Vietnam, stuff like that. You want me to try it? Let's see. Alexa, can you make me a sandwich?
I have lots of recipes. Just ask.
Alexa, what's the recipe for a sandwich?
Okay, for sandwich, here's a few recipes. Steak sandwich. California grilled veggie sandwich.
Alexa, select number 1.
Steak sandwich from Kitchen Stories takes 35 minutes to make and has 4.6 stars with 36 ratings. You can ask me for ingredients, or say start recipe and I'll walk you through the recipe step by step.
Alexa, start recipe.
Since this is the first time I've walked you through a recipe, let me give you a few tips for navigating. I'll read the directions one step at a time. At any time, you can ask me to move to the next step, to repeat a step, or to go to a particular step. You can also ask
Alexa,
me for
stop.
the ingredient.
Yes, Alexa can speak Japanese, but I have her unplugged right now. I took my Alexa downstairs and I needed the plug. This one I have set to be Japanese mode, but I don't have a plug. I'd have to unplug this one, but I think this one, let's see. Let's see if this one is unplugged. No, this is built into it. Yeah. Sorry. Another time. You can set any, not all of them, like the, I can't yet set some of them to Japanese, because if they're not sold in the Japanese market yet, let me see if it's sold in the Japanese market. Hang on. Because they didn't let you change the language to that. Let's see, Alexa, not what is it called? What are these called? What are these called? Alexa. Oh, there we go. They have the, oh, they do have the Echo Show now, it looks like. Hang on. Oh, they have a new version of it. What? So, yeah, I don't, that's kind of nice. New version of it. Here, look. They have this new version.
エコーショーのご紹介です。アレクサに話しかけるとコンテンツを高画質で確認することができます。さらに高音質スピーカーを搭載。スマートホームハブ内蔵でスマート家電を簡単に設定。話しかけるだけでニュースを確認したり、近くのお店や場所を探せます。アレクサ、近くの公園を教えて。
人気のところがいくつか見つかりました。
エコーショーなら聴きたい音楽を使いたいサービスから再生できます。また、エコーショーから連絡することができます。アレクサ、お母さんに連絡して。
お母さん元気？
アレクサ、起きたよ。定型アクションを使えば電気をつけたりエアコンをつけたり様々なアクションを一度に行えます。また、スマートフォームのカメラを使って家の中を確認することもできます。アレクサ。
Alexa, go to main menu.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I can't get out of this sandwich menu. Alexa, cancel recipe. I can't get out of it. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's go to settings. Let me see if I can't change it. Device options. Language. Yeah, there's only German and English United Kingdom, so I don't have that ability to change it. Not yet. Let's see, is there a way to update it? Device options. Check for software updates. No updates found. Okay. Well, that was interesting. That was fun, right? Did you enjoy that? I enjoyed that. That was totally fun. That was worth coming into the live stream, I think, for sure. Well, guys, I think we're coming up to the end of the stream. I'm kind of bored now. Not your fault. I'm boring, and I am boring myself. I will say this. There is, you do want to subscribe to Ego Egg, because there's a new English Topics Mania show that will be showing up there. Probably, I think, on Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. And then we're trying to get a schedule for JTMs come out on Fridays ETMs, English Topics Manias, come out on Friday, and JTMs come out on Saturday on different channels, but they come out. Okay, well, there's not a lot happening, so I'm going to go. Thanks for coming. I'm so sorry I can't be more entertaining in my live streams. See you next time. Bye-bye.